Hi everyone, this is Learning with Linda, and today I bring the topic of the stimulus checks, tax rebates, and SNAP Max benefit, an update for the month of March of the year 2022. In this video, I'll be providing you all the information in regards to the 38 states that have been approved for the SNAP Max benefits, and of course, I also bring you the payout date information. Now, there's also one specific state that will be sending out a one-time payment anywhere between $250 to $500 this coming summer. And also, one city in the state of California is also starting to accept applications very soon for the $1,000 guaranteed monthly income. So make sure you stay until the end of this video to ensure that you receive this information. Now, before we get started, if you're interested in the latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, SNAP, PEBT, and everything in between, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Now let's get right to it. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to my new YouTube channel called Linda Savings. In this channel, I'll be showing you guys all the latest discounts and offers available at some of your favorite stores, including Costco, Target, Aldi, Walmart, Sam's Club, and many other more. If this is interesting for you, then this is definitely the channel for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Link to the channel will be in the video description. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for your support. And also, don't forget to take advantage of these offers. Let's start with the Ibotta app, where you can get cash back when doing your grocery shopping. You can also receive $10 once you've signed up and uploaded your first receipt using the referral code that is on this screen. And now for those of you that want to maximize your rewards, you can use a second app like Fetch Rewards to upload that same receipt you just uploaded to the Ibotta app. Fetch is actually super easy to use, as it will give you additional points just for uploading any type of receipt. You'll even get an additional 2,000 points just for signing up with this referral code. And finally, don't forget that you can shop for your groceries on Amazon using your PEBT or your EBT card. The good news is that this one is completely free. No membership is required. And now for those of you guys that want to try out Amazon Prime to purchase other things, you can try it out completely free for 30 days. Just go ahead and click that link in the video description. And so let's begin this video with very good news for my friends in the state of New Mexico, since your governor has officially signed a bill that will get you anywhere between $250 to $500 in tax rebates this coming summer. Here I bring you all the details. Roughly 850,000 New Mexicans will get rebate checks between $250 to $500 in July. And of course, this is after Governor Michelle Grisham signed off last Tuesday on a broad tax package underpinned by a state revenue bonanza. So in addition to the one-time rebates for taxpayers who made less than $75,000 last year, the tax changes approved by the governor include exempting Social Security benefits from taxation for most New Mexico retirees and trimming the state's gross receipts tax rate for the first time in 40 years. So that's obviously very good news for my seniors. So under the final version of the bill, House Bill 163, a rebate of $250 will be sent to individual taxpayers with total income of less than $75,000. While heads of households and married couples filing jointly will get a $500 rebate check if they reported earning less than $150,000. And as I mentioned previously, this bill also brings very good news for my seniors and for those on retirement. So New Mexico senior citizens could also benefit from the tax changes, as the bill signed on Tuesday will exempt Social Security retirement income from taxation for individual retirees who make less than $100,000 annually. So the income cutoff for married couples filing jointly will be set at $150,000 per year. This is a huge day for most retirees, said Senator Michael Padilla, who was one of the several lawmakers who pushed for the change and said it would make New Mexico more attractive for retired individuals. Now, the House Bill 163 also creates a new refundable child tax credit of up to $175 per child and a $1,000 refundable income tax credit for full-time hospital nurses. And now another state that is also working on getting you guys some tax rebates is for those in the state of South Carolina. And this could be tax rebate worth up to $700. So the South Carolina Senate has unanimously passed a $2 billion a $2 billion income tax cut and rebate bill, setting up what will likely be intense negotiations with the House over the $1 billion tax cut it passed last month. So the proposal would send a rebate of at least $100 to everyone who files an income tax return in South Carolina. So people who pay $100 or less in state income taxes, including those who pay nothing, would receive a $100 rebate. So I know there's some of you guys that are watching this video that don't necessarily file your income taxes. Now, this is obviously very good news since you're not going to have to file your taxes in order to be eligible for some of these rebates. So those who pay between $101 and $700 would receive a rebate similar to what they pay in income tax in a year. Now, the rebates would be capped at $700, so anyone who pays more than that amount would still receive $700 back. So remember, guys, that this hasn't yet been signed off by the governor. That's something that needs to happen in order for something to be official, right? So lawmakers want both chambers to negotiate one final compromise to send to the governor to sign, which then they would then be able to incorporate accurately into the next state budget. So for this compromise, 3 members from the House and then 3 members from the Senate will meet for a conference committee. They will sit down and iron out all the differences in that piece of legislation. Both bodies will then need to approve the committee's compromise before sending it to the governor. And now moving on to those in the state of California, there's a guaranteed income program that will be providing up to $1,000 per month. And for this program, the applications will be opening up very soon. So the Los Angeles County residents can begin applying for a guaranteed income program on March 31st, and this is something that the county announced on Friday. So the program is called Breathe LA County's Guaranteed Income Program that will give 1,000 qualified residents $1,000 a month for 3 years. After meeting the qualifications, recipients will be selected at random. So here's the eligibility criteria, you guys. So to qualify, people must be at least 18 years old. They must have a household income under $56,000 for a single person or $96,000 for a family of 4. Now, keep in mind on the website I'll provide you guys with shortly, you'll be able to see the income eligibility if you happen to have a family of 2 or 3 or so as well. And then you must have experienced negative impacts due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Participants will receive the money through a debit card, and there are no strings attached or conditions to the income. And now, if you know that you're eligible for this program and you wish to apply, residents interested in applying can find out more information at the following website, and it is ceo.lacounty.gov/PAI/breathe. And here you can also find a map to help determine whether or not you live in a qualifying community, and then you also meet the income eligibility. The enrollment period opens March 31st, so that's the deadline. That's the date that they'll start accepting applications, you guys. Once again, it's March 31st. And then the deadline, which is the last day that you can apply, will be April 13th. Keep in mind, guys, that I actually went on the website right now and I'm not able to find the application just yet. So they did mention that that application will become available as of March 31st. Now, also keep in mind that selection will not depend on the timing of entry. So you can apply at any time between March 31st all the way through April 13th. And now, unfortunately, for my friends in the state of Indiana, Indiana's SNAP Max benefits are set to expire in the month of April. So about a week ago, the state's public health emergency ended after being in place for nearly 2 years. House Bill number 1001 gave the governor the ability to sign the declaration on Thursday. So at the same time, that bill cut off enhanced supplemental nutrition assistance programs, which otherwise are known as the SNAP benefits, for thousands of residents in this state. So in March of the year 2020, the government allowed the Hoosier state to allow families receiving SNAP benefits to receive the maximum benefit allowed based on the number of people in the household. Now, for many Hoosiers, this meant they received more SNAP benefits than they would have under the non-emergency conditions. Now, guys, guys. Keep in mind that these SNAP Max benefits really, they were increased only because of this whole pandemic. Now, remember, I've mentioned some of my previous videos that the minute a state decides to end their emergency declaration, then these benefits pretty much do end. So that's exactly what's happening, unfortunately, here for those in the state of Indiana. So it also says, now the Indiana Family and Social Services Administration says those extra SNAP benefits are coming to an end. Due to the end of Indiana's COVID-19 public health emergency, the Indiana FSSA says the last month that Hoosiers will receive those emergency enhanced SNAP benefits is April of the year 2022. So make sure you guys plan ahead. Just know that you're not going to be receiving pretty much those SNAP emergency allotments. You're going to be going back to the original amount pre-pandemic, right? So beginning in May of 2022, the SNAP benefit amount a household receives will again, as it was before the pandemic, be based on eligibility factors like household size, income, and allowable deductions. And now moving on to the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of March. Keep in mind, guys, that 38 states have been approved, and also that the dates I'm about to provide you with are directly from the USDA website. Now, there is a chance that your state could be behind in terms of payment date, or the payment date could change in general. So all I can recommend for you is to contact your local SNAP office. Now, remember, guys, that there's also a few states that are no longer providing those SNAP emergency allotments, and that includes Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri, Florida, Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, and the state of Arkansas. So for the purpose of this video, I'll just be reading over the states that have been approved, and then you guys can see the payout date information to the right side of the chart. So far the states that have been approved includes Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois. On this list, we also have the state of Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, and New Hampshire. And now one state that we are waiting on to be approved, or to hear from actually, is the state of Minnesota. So guys, I continue to keep my eye out on that one to see if there's any updates regarding the SNAP emergency allotments. The state of New Mexico was also approved for the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of March, and also it's New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, and Utah. And last but not least, the following states were also approved for the month of March, and that includes Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and the state of Wisconsin. And now moving on to the SNAP emergency allotments for the month of February. Keep in mind, guys, that there's still a couple of states that are 1 month behind, which means obviously that they're still issuing payments this month. And that includes California depositing payment either on March 19th or March 26th, Hawaii March 14th, Kansas March 15th through the 24th, Nevada March 12th through the 15th, Minnesota March 8th through the 31st, and also Vermont March 14th. And that is all the updates that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. See you guys next time.